Regional correspondent Oliver Farry joins me now for more on this from Hong Kong. Oliver, what is the U.S., first of all, hoping to get out of these talks with China today?
Well, it is probably hoping that it can prise China away from a position of ambivalence on Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which it has held since the invasion started in late February. China has abstained on all votes in the United Nations so far on the invasion. It has, as you say, it has not condemned Russia's actions, but neither has it supported them openly. And this is only, of course, 6 weeks after Chinese President Xi Jinping promised a no-limits friendship with Vladimir Putin after meeting him in Beijing on February the 4th. So the United States are probably hoping that they can, so to speak, give Beijing an off-ramp in the current position, because Beijing itself may feel a little bit uncomfortable with the way that it probably was taken aback by, first of all, the war itself, even though the United States has previously said that Beijing was informed about it in advance, and secondly, by the reaction, the fairly unified reaction from the West itself.
So, Oliver, you do mention, and we have been saying, that China has been non-committal. Moscow, though, still is a very close ally. Can it stay that way, given the way the situation is developing?
They may find there comes a point that even if Russia does win this war, Russia will pretty much have lost the political one, and will be increasingly isolated in the West and throughout the world. And China might find that it is probably not to its best interests to continue cleaving to this alliance, which admittedly it has been building up over the past couple of decades. The two countries have common cause with their various antagonisms towards the West, but it may prove to be more of a hindrance for China after a while. China has, of course, avoided sending Russia certain supplies, such as aircraft parts, in the past week for fear of violating sanctions. Now, that doesn't mean that trade with Russia has stopped from Beijing's side, but even Chinese banks themselves are very careful not to violate US sanctions, which anything that goes through US dollars, so to speak. So China in itself would pretty much like this conflict in Ukraine to resolve itself one way or another soon enough, and that it can probably, in a matter of speaking, save face without having to plumb for one or the other. But there probably will come a point where China will see that an undying allegiance to Moscow will probably be more of a hindrance than a help for it.
Oliver, thanks for that. Oliver Farry, they're reporting for us from Hong Kong.